Scorpio, happy October, happy Halloween month, and happy Thanksgiving. Let's do your reading. Different again. As you know, I always like to switch things up and do something a little different in the way I read. And maybe you've watched some of the other readings. This month we are doing 2 timelines, okay? We're doing the Celtic Cross. You're getting a past life vision with these beautiful cards. And then I'm going to, in the end position of the Celtic Cross, I'm going to do your worst possible timeline and your best possible timeline, okay? Yes, it's interesting because you know that we have the power to create our future by jumping on the different timelines that are available to us at this point in time. And I'm going to explore those timelines together with you. So let's get started. Let's get the first 2 cards. The general theme for the month. Here we go. Scorpio. Whoa! Powerful! Scorpio, look at this. Ace of Swords and the Chariot. The first one, boom, Chariot. Wow, you are rolling. You are on track. You are ready. And Ace of Swords, you're going to win this one. You are going to succeed. You're going to win this one. This is in your power, okay? So October is really, it's fabulous. I think this is the best start I've had in all the readings right off the bat. So huge opportunity, Scorpio, to really move ahead. Anything that you've been procrastinating on, anything that you've been waiting, you've been preparing, you are prepared and you can shoot out of the starting block. Go, right? Because Ace of Swords, this is like overcoming any obstacles in the way, cutting yourself through the crowds, through the bonds, through the loops, through the hoops. Just I saw kind of like this guy, a ninja warrior, going meow, meow, meow. Just everything that's in the way. It's got to be blasted away to make way for you. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. What a start. Interesting. All right, so let's look at underlying circumstances, recent, past, Scorpio. Here we go. I'm not surprised. The devil's coming up. Okay. When I was shuffling just now, the devil went boop, looked at me and fell back into the deck. So I knew he was going to come. Underlying circumstances. Okay. Scorpio, you know that you have in your shadow side the tendency to go in deep, dark circles and spirals downward, to really get into cycles of depression, addiction, any kind of sucking, cyclic, deep holes, right? That's your shadow. And that is kind of in the background. Okay, this is underlying circumstances, but I feel that with these cards, you have a chance to overcome your shadow side big time, if you want to. That's if you want to. So anything that's been dragging you down, chaining you up, holding you in, overpowering you, pushing you down, people, things coming, anything, you know, from within, from without, it's been there nagging at you, and it's gonna show again. It's gonna show up again, but it depends how you handle it. This can cut through it. Chop off the devil's head. Okay, that's what you can do, and that's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So let's continue here. Are we still rolling? Yes, we are. Okay. Recent past. This, together with this, is a little bit of a karmic lesson, maybe, that you've been through. You know, the 6 of Cups reversed is a little bit of a negative karmic cycle person happening. So it's like a deeper energy that you have been dealing with in the recent past and that you're still dealing with and that you can cut through now. Cut through that negative karma. If something has been bothering you, pulling at you, or a negative cycle, a pattern that has been getting a hold on you for a while, now it's time to really clear it out and get rid of it. And you know, our negative karmic patterns, they can show as bad luck, that you feel cursed, that you think you can never get something right, whatever that situation or that theme is. It can show up in ways of negative people coming into your life over and over and over again, abusive relationships, any of that stuff, right? And you can, October is a month where you'll be able to cut through it. I see it that way. One card to accompany the past life vision. Whoa. Wow, you're getting some heavy cards here. Look at this. Yes, we don't like it, the Five of Pentacles. And this comes together with the past life card to see. I think this is part of your karmic journey, I believe. Part of your soul's journey that's showing up as overcoming this. The feeling left out, the poverty, the hardship. This is just a card of hardship. Really just plain old hardship. So let's see. Sorry guys, this cough is coming back because it's gotten really cold. So if my voice sounds funny, it's just that I've got a bit of a sore throat. I've got a bit of a cough and I'm having a hard time speaking. Okay, so bear with me. Okay, thank you. This is the one. Okay, yeah. You see the coins on here? Finances, that's coming up. So let's go into it. Let's go deeply into this and see what comes up. Journey with me, Scorpio. You know, I do this now and I know that you can come with me and get your own vision, your own picture forming in your mind. It's easy. Just drop yourself down a little bit and just let a vision come up with the intention. Give me a message from a past life that I need to know right now. So let's do this together. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and let's go. Scorpio. In this vision, I saw your shadow side, your deep shadow side at first. So the first view that I got was this, actually, these two people. You were one of them. You're a man. And you were walking past a church and there was a graveyard and someone was digging several graves. There were graves being dug and you were there. And you were in a very dark place. You were homeless. You were not doing good things to survive. That wasn't a past life. We've all had past lives like this, Scorpio, all of us. In our past lives, we all explore our shadow and our light. This was one of the dark ones, but it was a turning point because I saw you doing not good things. I saw you there like really, really dark, you know, with like hollow eyes, suffering so much. You were up to no good. And then I said, okay, so let's move forward a little bit in that life. That can't be the message. So I saw, and you moved forward. I moved forward in that life with you together. And then I saw you walking a little more upright in a street that was like a cobblestone street with a little bit of mud in the middle. And you were walking past houses and looking in. Then I moved forward a little more and I saw you upright with bright eyes. And it's funny, before in the first vision, your eyes were kind of really dark and hollow. Just the energy was dark. And in the last part where you were upright and you walked into that house that you had walked past before and looked at like this, I think you'd even robbed that house before, the former owners, right? And this time I saw you, your eyes were bright and they were gray. They were bluish gray and very bright. And you had transformed and you walked into that house and I saw that you were writing and you had become an author, okay? You were very creative and you had written about your dark times. You were very poetic and you had written books about your life's history, and those books brought you to fame, and those books helped you transform, helped you create wealth, and made you into an upright, shining person. And I saw you there thinking about your life and how you had managed to transform from the really dark side to a very good place in quite a quick amount of time, like in a few years, maybe in the span of 5-6 years. So this is so interesting. I feel that the message for you is that use your shadow and the dark and the deep and the suffering that you've gone through in the past, or even if you're going through it now, you can always use that as lessons, as something to transform, to use it to your benefit, and that you can always cut through the dark and choose to move to the light. Okay, I mean, I'm sounding a little bit like a preacher here, but that's what I truly saw. From absolute poverty and dejection and darkness to light and wealth. So that's very interesting what I saw there. So Scorpio, if you have been, if you in this lifetime have gone through a phase, because this is the underlying energy of darkness, of being in your shadow, of maybe having done things that were not so nice, you can put that behind you, because this is the negative karma. This is the heavy karma that you can get rid of. And it was shown to me in that lifetime, no matter what you have done, no matter what you've gone through. A lot of people, write to me and say, I'm going through so much. I'm going through the dark night of the soul. I have no hope. I don't know how to get out. So no matter how badly you've been oppressed or how many bad things you have done, there's always a way to turn it around. There is. In October, maybe a huge milestone. If you already are in a good place and this is part of your deep, deep past, then maybe, these cards are coming up for you to do the last bit of healing, to really move forward. So this is like, I know these cards are a bit heavy, but the message is, okay, you can cut through it. You can cut loose. You can come loose. You can become who you want to be. Like in that past life that I saw. And for October, it's like, I feel that you're going to get some really good results already. You're going to get some good results. You're going to make a huge leap and jump. You're going to make a jump. You're going to move forward quite a bit, especially regarding finances. I think you're going to be able to create some wealth for you. So this is really good. From the darkness into the light. Yeah, well, that's what we're all about here on this channel. It's about moving from our shadow into our light more and more. About finding a way to happiness, to peace, to light, right? That's what we're about here. So that was really interesting, that vision. Okay. Near future opportunities. Oh, Scorpio, death reversed. The opportunity. This is an interesting one this time. I'm getting a different message. Death reversed is to put the part of you that felt like that it was dead, to revive that again. Okay? And I'm talking about the good part. That's what I'm getting. The bad, you can put that behind you. And death reversed is the reversal of death. The reversal of you being totally on the ground and feeling that you can't anymore. Just all the really, really hard things, putting them behind you. That's what I'm getting this time with that. So death reversed. So this is like, Scorpio, what's going on in your life? What have you been through? What have you been up to? This is a heavy reading. 5 of Pentacles, the Devil, and Death. Wow. So I think, Scorpio, for October, I think you're going to need a real big boost of confidence. Have faith, Scorpio, okay? You've got to have faith that you can do it, that you can put all that behind you, because you can. And the Ace of Swords, is very, very strong. The Ace of Swords can cut through anything, like I said before already. Okay, so let's see. Let's continue with challenges and environment before we get into the 2 timelines, okay? This is an interesting reading, wow. Wow, Scorpio. Knight of Wands upright as challenges. This is the leap of faith. This is you really taking massive action and having faith that you can do it, that you can overcome, that you can change anything you want in your life. It's a challenge that you may believe that you can't do it, but you can, because look at this. Look at this. Look at the environment, the Ace of Wands. You're getting the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands. So this is really a brand new start. This is the takeoff. This is everything waiting for you to take the first step. And then it's going to happen. So you're getting huge support from your environment, from the people around you, from certain people. The energies are just so great, Scorpio. So if you feel that you really need some transformation, that you need freedom, that you need to get out of something, leave something behind, turn your life around, especially in the area of finances, this is the month to do it. So it's like a lot of really, really positive energies, which you need to purge a lot of really, really negative stuff, right? And it's funny, like, oh, this reading is like, I'm feeling kind of semi-disjointed here in this reading. I'm feeling semi-disjointed. These cards are heavy and I'm feeling this energy very heavily. So Scorpio, I feel that you have the opportunity to come back into harmony with yourself, into peacefulness with yourself. Maybe you are the one who's feeling disjointed. Sometimes I take on the energy of the message that comes to me. So I'm kind of feeling a little awkward and disjointed in this reading. Okay, so let's just keep going. I'm going to show you the cards. You see this? This is, let's turn down the light a bit so you can see better. This is pretty amazing. Look, see the 2 aces in one line here. One ace below the other. One wands below the other. The Knight of Wands and Ace of Wands together here. And this around here, these circumstances really showing up as difficult. So Scorpio, I feel this month it's really important for you to make that breakthrough, to take action, to leave this karma behind. So let's look at your worst timeline and then your best timeline, okay? Scorpio, give me the worst timeline. 2 cards. Okay. Okay, worst timeline? Losing your job, having it not work out with the finances, thinking that you're on a roll, but then halfway through self-sabotaging and going boom. It's funny with these worst timelines, often there is a positive card in the beginning. It's like, oh yes, things are moving, I feel they're rolling. But then suddenly it's like that you kind of stop in your tracks, that you're scared or that you don't want to continue, and then you go backwards. You know, you think things are going well, but then boom, it doesn't work. The finances don't come through. You get a negative result. You get a negative message. You lose the job. You lose the client. You lose the business. So, you know, this is like almost going backwards, going forward and then going backward, but way backwards. So that's the negative timeline. Let's see the best timeline for you. Let's look at the best possible timeline, because we don't want this to happen, of course. So I'm seeing here that don't lose faith halfway through. You're starting on a roll and then you go back into old patterns, because, you know, it's hard to clear old karma. It's hard to clear, you know, all those remnants of pain and heartache and problems and negative spirals from your dark night of the soul. It's hard. And this card here, it's saying, okay, you got to really go through with it. You can't just go halfway, because then you'll get the backlash here, okay? So let's look at your best timeline. Give me 2 cards. Scorpio, thank you so much. Interesting. That's more like it. We like this. We like both of these cards. King of Pentacles, you see the Pentacles. This is what we want. This is the financial breakthrough. This is the financial breakthrough, and this is very interesting. So let's look at this a little closer. Okay, financial breakthrough. And this is the thieving card. You know, the 7 of Swords is like thieving and embezzlement. All right. So I feel that this is a little bit of a warning. You can make the breakthrough, but you have to be really, really aware. And I feel this is you. This is talking about you. You have to be aware that you don't slide back, that you don't you know, it's like sometimes when we're on a good path, we have a little bit of dissonance, a little trouble, and then we get sidetracked. And this is telling you, don't get sidetracked. Don't go off your path, because it is a possibility. When the 7 of Swords comes, it's like, oh, there's a shortcut that we might want to take. You know, a shortcut that's not good. Shortcuts are never good. There's a little bargain we want to, you know, undergo to maybe get to this result quicker. This is someone maybe offering us a bargain and trying to sidetrack us and seduce us a little bit. Okay, but look, do you see how solid and strong this King of Pentacles is? This King of Pentacles, well, he's like, what? No, get away from me. I don't need a shortcut. I am solid and strong. I know what I'm doing. I have good results. I don't need anybody, and I don't need any shortcuts. Okay, I don't want any of this. I don't want the embezzlement. So that's very interesting. It's interesting. So you see, in these timelines, both start off good, but I feel that the King of Pentacles can come through. The King of Pentacles, like, you have to be so solid and so strong and not let yourself be sidetracked, or else you will lose out. Okay, I just want to clarify this a little bit. That's really interesting, because remember, this is positive. This is a good timeline. This is good. Everything that shows up in these cards is positive for you and will bring you a good result. So this showing up is very interesting. Now, I did get a secondary message. Okay, for most of you, it's going to be you wanting to be pulled off track, or someone wanting to pull you off track, or someone else doing something that's not quite right, and it's for you. It's your responsibility to see through it. Okay, because they're going to try to embezzle you, steal from you, or do something like that. But that's a secondary message. For most of you, it's going to be the other way around. You just got to stay strong. You have to stay strong and not move back into your shadow. Remember, from the shadow to the light. And as a light person, when you were on the way, you were walking past this house thinking, should I rob them again or not? Right? But in the end, you did the right thing. In the end, you got to own that house because you stopped taking shortcuts. You turned away from your shadow. So let's see. Let's clarify the 7 of Swords. Okay. Page of Wands reversed. Okay. So for this to come about, you may get a bad notice. Okay. You might be dismayed a little bit, and it might want you to take a shortcut. And I think it may be a temporary dissonance in your positive results, you know, a temporary bad notice, you know, someone crapping out on you, someone who promised something. You may not want to continue on your new path. You may want to just slide back because of some negative interim results. That's what I'm getting here. Negative interim results and news, and just feeling, oh, I put so much work into this, you know, this is all happening, but oh, it's not happening how I want. And it might cause you to to get sidetracked. But don't do that, okay? Don't do that. And it might be a person that you have trusted, who might tell you, hey, let's do it this way, or who might be trying to steal from you. Okay, so this is very interesting, this theme. So you gotta, if you stay strong as the King of Pentacles, I think you're gonna come through. That's what I'm getting for this one. You're gonna come through. So let's continue here and get the last card for you. Let's get a, what are they called? Archetype. These are archetypal cards. Let's see what can help you here. Very interesting. Okay. What do we have here? Ooh, the networker, light attributes, enhances unity through the sharing of information. Social awareness. Okay, this is very interesting. Sharing of information in a positive way. Let's see what the shadow attributes are. Conveys information only for personal gain. Spreads fear and falsehood. This is the negative side of the networker. Okay, this is exactly what we're talking about. Fear and falsehood, personal gain, taking shortcuts. So yes, you have to be the networker, but I think that's what is coming up here as well. Make sure that the power you have and the actions you do are for the good of all, for your good, and that they're not a shortcut. Okay, because I feel that we're dealing with different people here. It's not going to be only you. I feel we're dealing with people in your workplace or in your home, or anybody who is involved with you, with finances, with you finding your way, creating your wealth, and becoming, you know, the person who you want to become. So I feel there's going to be a lot of entanglements in October, and you have to choose the right path, you know, to really be able to overcome these karmic patterns. Sometimes it's almost like a test, right? Like that thief that was walking down the road, looking again at that house. His pockets were empty. He was on a better path, but maybe his little colleague came and said, hey, look, that house. Hey, we had luck there before. Don't you want to try it again? So it's a little bit of a test if you're going to take that shortcut or not. If you're going to revert to any negative old behaviors or not. And it doesn't have to be so drastic, okay? It can be just little things. Just little things. Or like I said, on the other hand, other people really trying to entangle you and embezzle you. So it's all about that here. Also in the most positive timeline. But if you come out of it, your positive timeline will be stable, in a good place. You know, being able to use that power, use the people around you in a positive way and for everybody's good and for your good as well. So that's very, very interesting. So Scorpio, yes. Wow, this month, a lot of really heavy, important cards and themes coming up. But you, at the beginning and at the end, and here as well, really showing up as an empowered person who is ready to move forward and who's got all the resources he needs or she needs. And someone who has having two aces, who is going to have the support and who's going to have the ability to be the winner, to really to really come out as the winner of all of this. Very, very interesting. Okay, wow. I hope that made sense for you, Scorpio. Yeah, let me know down below in the comments maybe what's going on for you. And if it's not resonating yet, remember, this is for October. We're just in the beginning of October. A lot can happen in the next few weeks. So, yeah, I'd love to know your opinion also on this double timeline. And again, sorry if I was a little disjointed in this reading. It's just the energy that came through these cards was a bit intense for me, okay? And you guys are very intense, and maybe I can't take so much intensity, right? Me being this this poor little frivolous Leo soul with so much Scorpio energy. But well, Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try to get this under control. Anyway, thank you so much, beautiful Scorpio friends, for bearing with me till the end here. Remember, you can work with me one-on-one. I love doing deep soul work. I work with the Akashic records. I do karmic clearing. I can look at all your soul stories. I'm also offering Akashic record coaching. A lot of really fabulous new services that I have for you if you're interested. So take a look at my website. Thank you so much. Scorpio, have an interesting and successful month of October. Natasha, your Empress of Wands. Bye.